Hey guys, what is going on? Hope you have a fantastic day. Today we're going to look at the top budget middle linebackers in Madden, of course, for 25k, 50k, 75k, 100k, and 125k. Once again, you can get all these through solo battles, of course. So that's what we're going to look at. We're going to hop right into it. I'm going to give you a 3-4 guy and a 4-3 guy and a user, because most people I know use their middle linebackers. So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to hop right into it. 4-3, you can use like a zone coverage speed guy. So it's kind of just a mix of all, but I'm going to give you the best running middle linebackers that there are. So we're going to hop right into it. So the first card under 25k is going to be 85 overall Deion Jones. He's got 82 speed with 83 acceleration, 66 strength, 83 tackling, 86 possession, 69 block shooting, 82 hit power, and 81 zone coverage. Now, this guy's more of a 3-4 guy because he's got the 82 speed with the 81 zone coverage. And in a 3-4, you really want two good zone coverage guys with good play recognition, but you also do want some speed. That way they can get around the field because obviously they are middle linebackers, so they're going to be going sideline to sideline. So he is 6'1 with 82 speed and 82 hit power. Definitely a really good middle linebacker for you in a 3-4. And now we're going to head to the 4-3 guy. So for 4-3, we have 85 overall Bennett Erik McKinley. I think that's how you say his name. But he's got 84 speed with 88 acceleration, 87 possession, 89 hit power, 84 tackling, 88 block shedding, and 84 speed, obviously. But once again, he is 6'4", so that really helps. His zone coverage isn't the greatest. I don't know really. A 4-3, I usually use a middle linebacker. So like Deion Jones would be good in a 4-3 and a 3-4. But if you are in a 4-3, you wouldn't use your strong safety, maybe your free safety. This guy can be good playing on himself. He's going to be able to blitz. He's going to be able to do all that type of stuff. Not going to be able to be his zone coverage, but he's going to be able to tackle, and he's going to be able to be a run stuffer with the 88 block shot and 89 hit power. That's pretty dangerous and pretty deadly playoff card. And the 87 play action plays really good too, and the 84 speed is always a good thing. So that's really what you want in the 4-3 guys. And now we're going to head to the one user I have for under 25k. So the user for under 25k is going to be 78 overall Josh Jones, 6,000 coins. I'm pretty sure you can get him cheaper than that, but 6'2 with 90 speed and 90 hit power. That's really all you need to know. 6'2, 90 speed, 90 hit power, and his jumping, I do believe, is really good as well, with 73 catching, so that's really good too. But his jumping's at 86, so 86 jumping, 73 catching, 90 speed, 90 hit power. That's basically a user god waiting to happen. Don't leave him alone. His 63 collection is not gonna be good, and if he gets like on a block, he's gonna get pancaked. So 6'2", 90 speed, that's really good. Definitely recommend him for using, and that's with a card that I did user a lot. He's a transferred strong safety to a middle linebacker, so definitely recommend this Josh Jones. And now we're gonna head to 50k. So for under 50k, we're gonna go with Raekwon McMillan, 87 overall for the Dolphins. He's got 83 speed, 87 hit power with 75 zone coverage, 89 block shedding, 86 tackling, 81 strength, and 80 protection with 85 acceleration. Now, once again, these are all my opinion, but the 3-4, 4-3, I just kind of picked middle linebackers that could do both in both scenarios. So 83 speed is kind of lower on the end, but it is higher on the end too as well. With 89 block shedding, he's be able to get off blocks and be able to be a good tackler as well for a middle linebacker, which is really what you want with all the people doing spin moves and everything. So he's gonna be really good for you in that scenario, and he is 6'2 with the 75 zone coverage. Isn't the greatest, but he's gonna be able to be just a good middle linebacker out there, just to have for a third down middle linebacker, or just someone you need to blitz, just because he's got the 83 speed with 89 block shedding. So definitely recommend this Raekwon McMillan. So the next card we have is Erik Kendricks, 87 overall for the Vikings. He's got 84 speed with 84 tackling, 89 acceleration, 88 protection, 68 block shedding, 80 hit power, and 82 zone coverage. So he's more of a 3-4 guy, I would say. Obviously the Vikings play a 4-3, but he is 6 foot, which is a downside, but he does have the 84 speed with the 88 play action, 82 zone coverage, and 80 hit power. So you could leave him alone with the 88 play action, just because that's really high for a middle linebacker, and someone who's under 50k, that's really good. In a 4-3-4, you could leave him alone, use the other one, but with the 88 hit power, he's gonna be able to lay the boom too, and 89 acceleration, he's gonna be able to diagnose the runs too. This is really good. So definitely recommend this Erik Kendricks. And now I'm gonna head to the other user I have for under 50k. So for under 50k, I don't know why he's this expensive. He's normally not this expensive, but for the user I have is 87 overall Kam Chancellor. Obviously a strong safety converted to middle linebacker for this promo, but 6'3", 93 hit power, 84 speed, 87 tackling, and 84 play action. Now, once again, his speed is the only downside of this card, but at 6'3", I don't know if you can kind of pass it up. With the 93 hit power, obviously your user is gonna be the one that's be able to stop the spin move, gonna be able to all around just be everywhere on the field if you have a good middle linebacker user, that is. But if you don't, you can always work on it. But this Kam Chancellor is gonna be really good for you because he is 6'3" with the 93 hit power, 87 tackling, and I will take a look at his jumping. He's got 80 catching, which is really good too, and his jumping is at 91. So 91 jumping with the 93 hit power and the 81 catch, and the 81 catching is really good. And obviously downside is the speed, but once again, I don't know if speed it's gonna matter. But with the 6'3" frame, he's gonna be able to jump higher, and most of the throws over his head aren't gonna be really good. So definitely recommend this Kam Chancellor for you. And now we're gonna head to 75k. So for under 75K in a 4-3 or 3-4, I think it's 3, yeah. I think I have him as a 3-4 middle linebacker. So Ray Lewis, 89 overall, he's got 81 speed with 88 hit power, 76 zone coverage, 88 tackling, 94 protection, 88 strength, and 87 block shedding. Now, and if you're using him in a 3-4, you're just gonna want this guy to be by himself. Don't user Ray Lewis. Let him run the show on your team. Let him just do everything else. You don't want to user him. He'll do great by himself with that 94 player recognition, 88 hit power, and 87 block shedding. He's gonna be really good in the run. Really good in the run game. Definitely really good middle linebacker in the run game. So if you happen to play a guy who's running the ball all of a sudden, make sure you put him on the field. User the other linebacker. And just split him off, send him on a blitz or something, have him come through, and he's going to be able to get to the halfback, get to the quarterback, get to wherever you need to with that 88 tackling and the 87 block shedding and the 94 player action. So 94 player action is really high for a middle linebacker too, probably one of the highest, and he's not even a fully legend right there. That's just one of his pieces. So definitely recommend this Ray Lewis. So the next card is going to be 89 overall, Luke Kuechly for 50,000 coins. Now once again, Luke's cards always play really good, but his downside is always the speed, just because he isn't the fastest, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty fast in real life. But with 6'3" with 79 speed, 90 tackling, 91 play action, 81 zone coverage, 89 hit power, 85 block shedding, and 82 acceleration. So just an all-around really good card, and you can use him in a 3-4 if you want. I personally wouldn't recommend him. I feel like you just want him in a 4-3, just because he's gonna be able to. He's got the tackling for everything, play action for everything, and hit power. And his zone coverage isn't the greatest. That's why I just don't recommend him. In a 4-3, I personally like to use my middle linebacker, but that's just me once again. But definitely recommend this Luke Kuechly. He's just a really good middle linebacker for you. And for 50,000 coins, if you're just starting out MUT, this card's going to really help you. So definitely recommend him. And now we're going to head to 100K. So for under 100,000 coins, we are going to go with 3-4 Avery Williamson, 90 overall middle linebacker. So we've got 83 speed with 74 zone coverage, 89 hit power, 90 block shedding, 92 tackle with 93 play action, and 89 acceleration. So just like the Ray Lewis, he's going to be able to just be a good run stuffer and really good tackler. His zone coverage isn't the greatest, so that is the downside. But 90 block shedding with 93 play action, 92 tackling, and 89 hit power. That's really good. Only one play action less than the Ray Lewis card, and his speed is, I think, one or two higher, which is really good too. So he's going to be all around, just everywhere on the field, and he is 6'1", so he does have a little height on him too. And you could use him if you want. I personally wouldn't recommend it. Just let him blitz him off the side, let him be a tackler, let him be a free roamer, or maybe put him on a spy. But definitely recommend this Avery Williamson in a 3-4. Yeah, definitely a 3-4. Don't put him in a 4-3, I don't think. And the next card is going to be the other zero chill card that we're going to go with is Jaylon Smith, 90 overall. So he's got 6'2", he's 84 speed with 86 tackling, 91 hit power, 86 zone coverage, 88 play action, and 87 acceleration. So he could be in a 3-4. I know the Cowboys are on a 4-3, I'm pretty sure, and he is everywhere. He's one of the best sideline to sideline middle linebackers there is in the game. In real life too. So with 84 speed, 86 tackling, and the 91 hit power, that's pretty deadly stats with the 87 acceleration and 88 play action. And the 86 zone coverage is actually really high for a middle linebacker. That's pretty good. That's one of the top middle linebackers with zone coverage. So definitely recommend this Jaylon Smith. He's just going to be really good for you. You could use him too with 84 speed. Once again, not all these middle linebackers are the fastest until you get up to like Deion Jones or like powered up just a bunch of power-up guys are going to be obviously have more speed, but definitely recommend this Jaylon Smith for you. And now we're going to head to the final 125K. So for 125,000 coins, there is only one up right now, which is 160,000 coins, but it's going to be 3-4, 89 overall Raekwon Smith. Now this card is obviously a user too, just because when you see what his stats are, he's a good user and 3-4. 88 speed. So he's got 88 speed with 90 tackling, 89 hit power, 81 zone coverage, and 90 acceleration. Obviously, his other stats aren't the greatest, but he's going to be really beast in a 3-4. He's going to be everywhere. You can man him up, you can put him in a zone, and he will play those zones. Obviously, his play recognition is a little down, but personally, I would use this card in a 3-4 with the 88 speed and the 90 tackling and the 89 hit power. That's really good. I will take a look at his catching. So his catching 66 and his jumping is at a 80. So once again, not the greatest user, but he is going to be a really good card for you to use just because the 88 speed stands out, and obviously Madden speed always kills. So definitely recommend this Raekwon Smith for a 3-4 or for a user if you like that. And the last card is going to be Zach Brown, 125,000 coins, 91 overall middle linebacker. He's got 86 speed with 94 tackling, 89 hit power, 90 block shedding, 93 play action, and 85 acceleration. I had this card when it first came out, not this flashback, but I had his 83 overall when Madden first came out, and that card was amazing. It was really good for users too. I don't know why, but it was just a really good card. And with the 86 speed, that is a higher middle for a middle linebacker, and obviously he's 2 less than Raekwon Smith, and he has better play recognition, better block shedding, and better tackling. So he's going to be a better card than Raekwon Smith, but once again, that's just your choice because of the 2 speed. But definitely recommend him. He's going to be really good in a 3-4. 4-3, definitely he could be good if you blitz your middle linebacker. His zone coverage isn't the greatest, but he could hold his own in it with that 86 speed and the 93 player action. So I do believe player action does play a huge key in how your guys play. I know some people don't think it does, but I do think it does. Obviously awareness does too, but player action I think is more important. So those are all the middle linebackers that I chose for 3-4, 4-3 run stuff. Zone coverage, user, all of those middle linebackers, they're going to be all great for you. Just depends what your scheme is. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if I missed anyone.